Hi everybody, my name is Bill Ward and you're listening to Rock 50. I'm here with my host Mike Stark. Good morning, Mike. Up.
Good morning, sir.
I just love
I got to
it.
press the right buttons.
Just love it when it's live.
Yeah. And I screw up, of all people.
No, I do too all the time. Yeah.
Anyway, welcome.
Welcome. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. And this is a special show because this is what this show is designed today is because my birthday is going to be on the 5th of May. And, well, what's that got to do with April, he might say. Well, this is what it's got to do with April. I'm going to be 70 on May the 5th. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to do a pre-birthday show. That's today. Then I want to do a birthday show in May. And then I want to do an after the birthday show in June.
Perfect. I don't see a problem with that.
No, it's no problems. And so, but what I want to do is I'm just going to play all my favourite songs. Songs that have influenced me since I was a kid. Favourite bands, just everything, So actually, for those of you out there that are listening today who are possibly expecting a metal show, which is what we would normally do, it's not going to be metal so much today or in May or in June. We're going to have a smorgasbord of just historic tracks and things, and there's going to be jazz and there's going to be some folk songs. There's going to be a lot of different things because these were all the things that were the fabric of my musical life. And I want to pay homage to those that have influenced me. And you know what? We'd need a couple of years, man, of radio shows to even dent repaying back all the musicians that have either influenced me or said it's okay to go in this direction, Bill. So so that's what the show's about. Probably everybody's gone off now to get a Diet Coke or something. All right. So let me go over what we played, okay? No Sleep Till Hammersmith record, Ace of Spades live. That was Motorhead, of course. Living for Life, Suicidal Tendencies with some brilliant drumming by ours truly, Dave Lombardo. Yeah, my God, what's going on this morning? Brilliant playing. There was a pause there because today you'll probably I'm probably going to stop and make notations of different drummers because it's definitely a drummer's thing the next 3 months, because there's so many people that I listen to and love and play. So, having said that, Living for Life, Suicidal Tendencies, Dave Lombardo on drums, of course. Dead Man Breathing, Hatebreed. We haven't played Hatebreed for a little while, so it was time to kind of blow the dust off that one and play that track, which is a great track. And then The Glorious End by Paradise Lost. Just a great song to have there, and one that we've played often on this show. We're going to be going over songs that we've historically played on Rock 50 over the last... do you know? There might be some stops and starts today, and it's probably going to be a day like this.
That's all right.
Do you know that what I found the other day, I found one of our set lists from 2002.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a while ago.
Yeah, and that's 16 years ago. So, and we've been on the air much, and that was like, that wasn't our first set.
No.
Not by any means.
I think we started in 2001.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm not positive. Yeah. I need to go look that up, I guess.
Okay, yeah. I just thought it was brilliant, but some of the things I'm going to try to do is to try to highlight some of the songs that we had to play on the show, and some of them were played under unbelievably sad circumstances, and we didn't know that those sad circumstances were going to be, because they happened to happen 2 hours or 3 hours before we went on the air. So I'm going to try to highlight some of those songs too that were part of our history at Rock 50. Am I done? I don't know. Let me check. I think I am. I think I'm done for now. Okay. So we'll play some old friends of ours. We played this record. Man, what was it, about 3 or 4 years ago? I couldn't stop playing it. I think we played it like every couple of months. We were playing this song. I don't know if we bored everybody, but hopefully we didn't. Yeah. Here we go. Mastodon. Wow. So I guess they've been feeling a little melancholy too. I just absolutely love that song by the Deftones, Anniversary of an Uninteresting Event. Great title. I just love the feel and the way it moves. And Deftones, great band, man. If you're just checking in with us, you're listening to Rock 50. I'm here with my host, Mike Stark, and we're having a bit of a pre-birthday show today. My birthday is going to be on May the 5th, next month, and so we're already starting. I'm going to be 70 years old. Can you believe that? Just, I don't need to give this information out, but I'm going to, because it's about digital stuff. So, and you know what I'm like about that. So I get a bit, kind of what they call that when you out of joint, with some certain things and certain pressings. So actually, when I was putting this set together, I wanted to finish that last set with Peter Gabriel's Darkness. We have 3 brand new copies of that CD. None of them worked. So anyway, then I'm going to see if I can get a message to somebody. And I'm not trying to make bad on anybody or create any problems. But we put 2 of them were brand new. We bought them because we can't play Darkness. We just won't play. And it's a test press. It's a press thing. It's a what did I say in my verbiage here? I called it a print problem, and I think it's a print problem. So anyway, just putting it out there in the world. Can't play Darkness, track 1 on great fucking song, man. You can't play it on some of the CDs. And while I'm on the subject of CD printing, I think it's 1 in 3 CDs don't work today when you purchase them. And what's beautiful is being able to put on some of the older CDs, and they work every time, and they've been working every time for the last 10, 12, 15 years, man. I've never, you put the Stones on or something, and, it's just like, well, works every time, same CD. So anyway, just standing on my soapbox there for a second, which will probably avail me nothing, but just putting it out in the world. And speaking of the world, I'd like to do a shout out to everybody today that's listening. I know that last night there was something happened in the world last night. So I want to say that prayers are up and prayers are out for the men and women in harm's way today and last night, both in the United States and in Great Britain and the French as well. Well done, France. So anyway, hopefully that takes care of some of the bad guys or helps. I don't know. I'm going to stay out of those things, but I do. We at Rock 50, we always care about those that are in harm's way and those that go out and do the do, and sometimes lose their lives. So make a note of that. But a big shout out to everybody today across the world, because I think we're in some turmoil, we're in some unknown territory, and it's like everybody hang on, and you know, and the world seems to manages. It has a way of being able to stabilise itself and come through the very worst of situations. But sometimes the bad comes before the good, right? So, yeah. Okay. Going to go over what we played. On that last set, we played The Last Baron by Mastodon, Storm, that was Soundgarden. We played Zen, Strapping Young Lad, featuring Gene Hoglan on drums, Christploitation, Fear Factory, also featuring Gene Hoglan on drums, and then we played Black Sabbath Into the Void, featuring Bill Ward on drums. Woo! No, that wasn't a derogatory comment, guys. I think I just love doing Into the Void live. I love playing that song live. It's just everything hangs, you know. It's just like wow, you know. And the band plays great, you know. Yeah, I miss that. I do. I miss them. And then we played Bloody Cape by the Deftones, and of course, anniversary of an uninteresting event. And I have to comment on Gene's playing, which I'm going to use. We've got more drummers coming up in the next set as well. I'll be here all day. Hoagland's playing, I think, is absolutely unbelievable. I deliberately played those tracks because of his superb drumming on both tracks. So I hope you're well, Gene. I hope everything's going well for you. Big shout out to you and your family. Okay. So let me see. I thought this might be a bit of an eye opener. Just eye opener, bit of a pun there. But I thought it might be okay with everybody if we change it round and play some wake-up stuff. Wake-up stuff that I try to get every morning. You wake up in the morning, it's like, what records do you play, and da-da-da. You know, and I have my own personal, private collection of things that I play, and I guess like everybody else. And anyway, I'm going to play some of my favourite wake up music. But you'll know when we're changing from the wake up music when you hear Led Zeppelin when they fire up. That's when we're making the change. But at the same time, in saying that, when I put Zeppelin Stairway to Heaven on, I thought, wow, this is not a bad wake up song either. You know, in fact, it's very, very good. So that all, and then we play. I think we play Traffic right after Zeppelin. So, Dear Mr. Fantasy. So I'm just playing some of my favourite songs, man. You know, from my kind of my birthday treat. But the first song that we're going to play is one that I love and try to play it as often as I can. The track's called Birds, and it's from Neil Young's After the Gold Rush record. Thanks. Okay, we're back, everybody. You're listening to Rock 50. My name is Bill Ward. I'm with my host, Mike Stark. And you're listening to our pre-birthday show. My 70th birthday is May the 5th. And so that's what we're doing today. I'm just playing songs that I fucking love. And, you know, we just got through doing a set of songs that I tend to listen to in the morning. And I've been putting some thought to that. It's like, well, you know, what's behind that, you know, and because by about 10 a.m. I'm usually listening to Metallica or, you know, the whole thing changes round, or Slipknot or something, you know. But and I think a lot of it is with some of those guys that we just heard playing. I had personal relationships with them, so it's not just necessarily the music. It's my friendships from, you know, when I was a teenager, basically. And it's kind of like sitting in the bath and then kind of spending time back a ways and just being with the memories from yesterdays and enjoying that. There's some great memories, and then and enjoying that and savouring that. I can remember we lived at Field Farm, and when we were at Field Farm in Worcestershire, Crosby, Stills and Nash, for instance, which is we played 2 songs from them today. They were always playing, and as much as I love the songs, as much as I love Crosby, Stills and Nash, there's also other physical memories attached to it too. And let me go over what we did play. We played "Birds," a great song by Neil Young, and then "Does Everyone Stare," a great song by The Police, and I'm going to do a Stuart Copeland. Fuck, man, can that guy play or what? I mean, I know all the other guys can play, but it's a drummer talking to a drummer right now, and that guy, I love the chops he's got on that song, and he just puts it all in there and just bam. It's so well placed. Just incredible drumming on that track. We played a nice song by Steve Winwood, "While You See a Chance," a guy from Birmingham originally, as I'm sure you probably know that. And there's another kind of personal connection, and then we heard "Our House," sang by Graham Nash, off the Deja Vu album, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Dallas Taylor and Greg Reeves. And then we played 4 and 20, and that was Stephen Stills taking lead vocal on that, I believe, with Crosby, Stills and Nash. And I was saying to Lisa earlier, I do listen to that song in the mornings. It helps when I'm in reflection, because where I'm at today. I haven't done any funny stuff for a long time. And so when I hear lyrics like "The Many-Colored Beast," and I know that place. I'm just like, yep, been there. And I like to reflect that today I don't have to do that. But there was a time when, for a while I was down that road too. So, and it's nice to hear a very powerful song like 4 and 20 years ago. It's nice to hear something that powerful and reflect that way. So, and then "Stairway to Heaven." So, great band, brilliant band from the Midlands, except for Jimmy. Oh, and John Paul Jones. Sorry, didn't mean to discount them. All beautiful guys, all great guys, just absolutely wonderful people. And I love Jimmy. I love him a lot, very much so. But who we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about Mr. Bonham for a couple of minutes. I know that we're running over with the show already. But it's hard not to play a Zeppelin song and not talk about John Bonham. So when I listen to him play, it kind of breaks my heart, and at the same time, his playing doesn't break my heart. His playing energizes me, and tells me the impossible can be achieved. But it's just that we did have our moments together as friends, and when we were just listening to that play, I went way back. I remember when we were in the clubs when we were 15 and 16, and John and I would come in early and set up our drum kits and test each other's bass drums, and we had all kinds of things that we would do to, and then he'd try out his drums, and I would watch just this multiple array of sound and arms and legs just explode. And this is like 5 years before Led Zeppelin ever did their first song. So yeah, so it's a tough act, and but I have very good memories, very good memories, and a lot of us in Birmingham at that time were, you know, he was, who knew him, you know, it was a time that has passed now, but it's a good memory. Dear Mr. Fantasy, I used to watch Jim Capaldi play when I was about 15 or 16 years old. We were all in Birmingham, all coming up, you know, and I'd watch Jim play, and I can't believe how he played on Dear Mr. Fantasy. He's just, I've listened to that song, I don't even know how many times, man. I'm listening to what he's doing and the way he's pushing the cymbals, and you know, he's got so much going on. You know, we're talking about two great drummers right there. At least that's what I'm talking about. Jim Capaldi and John Bonham, you know. And they're both guys that were from the Midlands. Just they both lived out just outside Birmingham. And I watched Jim play, and Jim was an inspiration to watch. And I just was amazed by some of his the things that he could do, you know, in some of the, you know, he would dance on not literally dance on top of his drums, but he was so light and just able to do that. Bonham was like that with the bass drums as well. It was just so light and perfect with bringing everything to a brilliant sound, you know. So, oh boy, cheer up! It's supposed to be my birthday. Fuck. Because we're going to be doing this next month. Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking, you know, yeah, by 10 o'clock I'm listening to, 10 a.m. I'm listening to maybe some Sabbath stuff, or definitely Metallica, definitely Slipknot. And stuff with with Joey playing in the early Slipknot stuff as well. We always just think, you know, all Slipknot stuff. It's just great stuff. So, okay, so Real Treat's coming up, and we're going to play some jazz. And so when I was a child, I was influenced by two big types of music when I was very, very small child, when I was 2 or 3 years old, and it was big band jazz that came from the United States, and also I listened to New Orleans funeral music, which also came from the United States, and I was intrigued by the where the one was in the New Orleans big band stuff is bum 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 boom bum bum boom 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 bum 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 bum. So, okay, it's just that, and that just pulled me right in, you know. And then I don't know, man. I just listened to American swing, and it's just I was just pulled in. So the guy that pulled me in, of course, we're going to play him right now. We're going to play part one of Sing, Sing, Sing. It's Gene Krupa with the Benny Goodman Orchestra, and these guys are fucking incredible. All right, yeah, Little Richard, wow. That puts it right in perspective, I think. Let me play what we played. Part one of Sing, 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 Gene Krupa and the Benny Goodman Orchestra. Unbelievable drummer. Whole lot of shaking. Love the groove on that. Jerry Lee Lewis. Blue Suede Shoes, self-penned by Carl Perkins. Long Tall Sally, Good Golly Miss Molly. That fucking drummer is fucking out of sight. My God, I can't believe where he's putting it all. Unbelievable drummers on that last set. I really appreciate that we can do this show, Mike. I think it's very beneficial for getting older. Okay, that's it. We got a little ways to go, but it's the end of me fucking talking. I want to thank you for today's show, Mike. I want to thank everyone that's out there. I want to say rock forever, stay safe forever, stay safe today, and rock forever and ever. I want to do a shout out to the kids, shout out to the UK, shout out to the USA, Europe. I want to thank you again, Mike, Lisa, Jones, Monty. Just recently, it's been 20 years since Cozy Powell passed away. We are going to play Stargazer, or as we call it, the bus song. And we call it the bus song because whenever we used to finish a gig with the Sabs, and I used to get in my bus, the first song we played was Stargazer. So there you go. That's what that's about. So love your Coes. Thanks for all the great drumming. Drummers, take note of the opening parts of Cozy's drumming and the rest of the parts in his drumming. It's just immaculate, brilliant fucking drumming on his part, and he's sadly missed. After we play Stargazer, we're going to play Disbelief, Democracy, and we're going to play that for a while, and then we're going to play a song for Lisa, Rolling Stones. You know what it is, Street Fighting Man. And that's it. We'll see you in May, and here's Rainbow.